Welcome to the Super Expander podcast. My name is Corrine Phelps, your host. I'm a business and growth coach, money mindset expert, and a multi-passionate entrepreneur. My journey has taken me all over, from working in finance to owning a boutique fitness studio. I found myself burnt out, miserable, and questioning everything. Saying things to myself like, there's got to be more to life than this. Refusing to settle for a mediocre existence, I went all in, learning how to harness untapped potential and rewire the subconscious mind to create an extraordinary life. The last 10 years have been a crash course in self-love, building a business, creating community, building wealth, and doing what it takes to just freaking go for it. My mission is to help you align to your purpose, rewire your subconscious to support your big dreams and vision, and create a life that you're absolutely obsessed with. So sit back, tune in, and prepare to expand. Hello, and welcome back to the Super Expander podcast. So excited to dive into a juicy conversation today about money and releasing money blocks. So if you know me, you know that wealth and subconscious reprogramming is truly my passion. It is my jam. I'm on a mission to help each and every one of you achieve massive wealth in your life. And what I truly believe about wealth is that it is so much deeper than just your bank balance. Of course, the money that we have in our bank account and the money that we have access to gives us a lot of options. Money really is a tool, but true wealth is so much deeper than that. But what I want to talk to you today about is money and releasing the blocks that we have around money. So something that I know to be true about money and our patterns and our behavior, they are deeply rooted in the conditioning that was modeled to us by our caretakers. Whether it was your parents, babysitters, grandmother, grandfather, the adults in your life, also the environment with which we grew up in. So whether you're mimicking those patterns, or you are rebelling against your parents' financial habits, the beliefs, and the things that they passed on to you. Our relationship with money begins in our childhood, and it gets really deeply implanted into our subconscious. The beautiful thing about this is we can, as adults, we get to change this. We get to upgrade our subconscious to match the vision, the wealth that we desire to have in our lives. And it starts with reflection. It starts with really identifying what those old stories are, the ones that are no longer serving you, the ones that are blocking you and holding you back from bringing more money in. And not only bringing more money in, because the truth is anybody can make money. Anybody can make money. But the real question comes down to, can you hold it? Can you increase your capacity to hold it? So often money comes in, and because of our belief, we either overspend, or we hoard it and hold on to it and live in a place of scarcity, which blocks us from making more. So the real work is identifying what the patterns are, the root causes of them, noticing them, and then reprogramming these subconscious blocks, really stretching your nervous system to expand your ability to hold money and to create wealth. Some common subconscious money blocks that I am familiar with myself, and often these are the conversations that I'm having with my clients who are working through this and really moving towards expanding into the wealthiest version of themselves. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money comes and it goes. Money is a tool for control. That one really ran deep in my subconscious, and it's been something that I've had to really continuously work through. I have to work hard for money is a common one. I'm undeserving. I am unworthy of money. Is any of this resonating? Are you feeling this? I resent money because of the fact that it took my parents away. I resent money because people think it buys happiness. I rebel against money as a compensation for my parents' behavior with money. Their scarcity mindset, their clinging so tightly to it. Yeah, those are some common money blocks. And it is our work to go in to identify them and to release them. And as we start to release these subconscious money blocks, you open yourself up to truly receive all of the abundance that is possible and that was meant for you. You know, I used to be someone who avoided conversations around money. It was hard for me to ask for what I was worth. It was hard for me to ask clients to pay me and to stand firm and rooted in my worth. I was afraid to discuss money to the point that sometimes I would have people who owed me money for different things, and I would be afraid to ask for it back because I had this attachment to thinking that, like, I don't know, that they would judge me, that, like, why did I have to ask for the money back? Was, didn't I have enough? That sort of thing. So deep down inside, I had this secret fear that if I talked about money, people wouldn't like me. They would judge me. Yeah. And so when I started doing this deep money mindset work, and I used hypnosis and hypnobreath work to really get to the root of what this fear was. And what I started to discover was that there was, as a little girl, I would hear my parents talking about money, arguing about money. I had a memory of running out of gas and having to walk to school. I remembered money being a tool for control in my household. And as children, our conscious minds and rational minds are still being formed. And we basically are meaning-making machines at that era of our life. And everything that happens around us, we soak it up. And what I made of all of those experiences was that if you talk about money, people won't like you. That you can use it to control things to your advantage. That making money was hard, and that it caused fights, and that it was also a tool to display how much you cared about someone. And the only way to show that was to put yourself in a position of struggle. These are a lot of deep-rooted things because I witnessed these things as a child, like watching my mom struggle. And it took a lot of this work to start to reveal it, to uncover it, and to reprogram it. And these are really what a lot of people call subconscious money blocks. So, like, what are they? They're known as money blocks are just limiting beliefs that stand in our way of achieving our financial goals, of making more money, of holding more money, of receiving more money, of creating wealth. And money really it's just a tool for freedom. And one of the big things I reprogrammed into is that wealth gets to be a tool for generosity. It gets to be a tool for service. When I'm talking about these, do did any of these subconscious blocks resonate for you? That rich people are greedy, that money can't buy happiness, that money isn't important, I can't get paid for doing what I love. More money causes more problems. Money is the root of all evil. No wonder why it's so hard for us to hold on to this money if these are the things that have been instilled in our minds. And especially as an entrepreneur, it is our work to reprogram this, because to grow a business, to build wealth, you really can only build it to the extent with which we have healed and grown our own internal dialogue, our own subconscious beliefs. So how do you know if you have subconscious money blocks? Well, is your financial reality exactly the way you want it to be? Ask yourself that question and really feel into what the answer is. And the chances are that you have a few subconscious money blocks. I believe that we all have them. I believe that if you are a human that had a childhood, that you have money blocks. Because there are so many deep emotions that are actually tied to money, even though money in itself is just this neutral thing. It's an exchange of energy. But until you begin to identify these consciously, you might know you want something different, and you might even be working towards that reality, but it feels really hard. And until you shift your relationship with money and the energy you have around money, your subconscious won't make a liar of you. Your subconscious will just continue to create this self-fulfilling prophecy until you start to create new outcomes, new beliefs. So I remember when I first started building my business, one of my biggest money blocks or limitation was that I had to really work very, very hard for money. I worked so hard. I became so burnt out. I was waking up at 5 a.m. and working all day long, seeing clients all the way till sometimes 9 p.m. And then I would continue working at home as I was trying to build out online programs, trying to launch an online business as I was juggling this in-person business. I was suffering inside, and I never seemed to be able to break this certain number in my bank account, this certain number that I would continuously earn each year. It was like I had this ceiling, I had this threshold. Didn't matter how hard I worked, it was just that I was capped there. And I would, had on my vision board that I wanted to be a millionaire, that I wanted to make more money, but I wasn't really connecting to the fact that my subconscious beliefs would not support that, right? Because I didn't truly believe that it was possible for me. And I had to work really hard to reprogram into increasing your income isn't about working harder or longer hours. It's about raising my consciousness around money, around raising my vibration, about reprogramming my beliefs to match the reality so that I could be the woman who would hold the multiple $1,000,000 business. I have a question for you. Have you joined the Super Expander free mentorship community? If not, what are you waiting for? Stop what you're doing right now and text the word mentor to 202-918-3235. Text the word mentor to 202-918-3235. I send out weekly tips, and inspiration to help you grow your business, to step into your wealthiest, most highest self, to harness your full potential and live an exceptional and extraordinary life. And the best part is, it's really me sending those messages. So text me, say hello, and send me your questions. And so something that I've really started to think about, especially because the way our subconscious mind works and the language that we use is so, so important. The words that we use really begin to define our reality. So when we talk about money blocks, I'd love to just start right now to reframe that into more of a stepping stone. So rather than thinking of these things being things that are in your way, think of it as a stepping stone. So as you overcome it, then now as you stand on top of that old block, that stepping stone, you get to see from a higher perspective. You'll be able to see that you are so much bigger than that limiting thought. You can start to create such powerful shifts by just shifting the language that you use, starting to create a new perspective. Let's talk a little bit about these money blocks, these money stepping stones, and the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is like a computer. You've heard me say this before. So when we start to look at these things that we need to reprogram, it's like just like installing a new operating system on your iPhone. And just like a computer, your subconscious mind records everything that happens to you. Your subconscious mind will never make you a liar. It is highly moral. So this is why the language that we use is so, so important, that inner dialogue, the things that we say. So whatever you believe on a deep subconscious level will continue to prove itself to you again and again and again until you are able to become aware of it and decide to change it. Until you are able to become aware of it and start to reach for a better feeling thought. The reason your subconscious money blocks stay hidden and hold you back is because most of them were created in childhood, and we lose the perspective of this. We completely, essentially almost forget, even though your subconscious doesn't forget. Your conscious, logical mind forgets. So your subconscious mind is formed during that time from 0 to 7. We haven't really fully developed our own way of thinking at that point, right? We're just absorbing it and all the things that we hear from the adults that are around us, from the media, from our environment, from our experiences with the world that we're interacting with. So let's talk about how a money block might have gotten inserted into your brain as a child. Let's imagine that you were walking with your parents on the way to school, or you're walking with your parents on vacation and you're having the most amazing time, and you're stopped on the street waiting to cross a crosswalk, and you're holding onto your parents' hand, and a flashy red expensive sports car comes blowing through, and your parents angrily comment on how this person must be filthy rich, or something even worse than filthy rich, and how awful they are, and how terrible rich people are, and how inconsiderate and evil rich people are, and they let go of your hand. And as your little 5-year-old, 6-year-old brain is absorbing this information, this experience, your mind doesn't even really know how to make sense of it. All you just know is that moments ago, you were happy and having the best time until this incident happened, and when your parents became angry and incensed and let go of your hand, all because of money. And your subconscious absorbs this and turns it into a belief that if you have money, that you'll lose love, that your parents would be angry with you, that people won't like you, and that having money makes you bad, makes you evil. Now really start to think about it. Think about all of the times that these little experiences happen and create beliefs in your subconscious, from your parents, from your friends, from school, from TV. So how exactly is it that you go about cleaning up your subconscious? Well, hypnobreathwork is a powerful, powerful tool for this. It's like bringing the housekeepers in to clean up your subconscious mind. So if I asked you a question, would you like more money? I'm going to guess that your answer would probably be yes. But your subconscious might have something else playing in the background. And there's this thing I truly believe that if you show up and do this work and you get out of the uncomfortable place that you're in, because oftentimes this comfort zone is such an uncomfortable place to be, and you begin to come and approach from a place of service, that so much wealth is possible for you. More money than you could possibly even ever desire or start to even think of. And the problem is that we carry these subconscious beliefs that block us from abundance. But the truth is that the more money that you make, the more good you can do in the world. You can be of more service, you can donate more, you can help more people, you can help your parents, you can employ people, and really you can start to become a positive influence for others in the world. It's truly a place, you can start to come from a place of service. I believe that money in the hands of good people really creates more good in the world. And it begins with doing this deep subconscious work. Money truly is just energy. And there are really unlimited amounts of it being circulated around the world. And for most of us, money is just a number on a screen, just an idea, super powerful idea, but it truly is just an idea. And when we start to rewire and reprogram the subconscious, you start to step into the knowing that you are a powerful creator and that you can truly start to make money out of thin air. And when you release these money blocks and you start to reprogram into powerful new beliefs, you can shift your financial reality so much quicker than you could have ever imagined. So identifying your money blocks really starts with becoming aware of them. And once you become aware of them, we can start to release them. Once you've moved them out of your subconscious mind into the conscious mind, they can no longer hide from you. And then you have the power to reprogram them. So as you gain this awareness of your thoughts, of your actions, of your words, you start to understand that you are not your thoughts, but you are the thinker of your thoughts. So something that I love to do is right before a hypnobreathwork session with a client or for myself, I like to take a few minutes to journal on some questions so that it can start to plant the seeds to bring awareness and to open up the subconscious for these beliefs that get to be reprogrammed. So I'm going to give you a couple questions that you can start to think about. One is, how do you really feel about money? How do you really feel about money? Let the answers come through here. If money was a person, what would their relationship to me be in my life? What sort of emotions, what sort of feelings would be present? How would you behave in that relationship? What are your earliest memories about money in childhood? What does your mom say about money? What did your dad say about money? What are the conversations in your household around money? Allow those questions to start to surface some answers. And then I'm going to invite you to download the money blocks. And then what I would love to do for you is to open up some time on my calendar for you to share with me what came up for you with these journal prompts. So what I'm going to do is drop a link in the show notes, and I'm just going to open up a 30-minute block of time for you to hop on and for us to have a deep conversation around your money blocks, what came up on those journal prompts. I cannot wait to see what came up for you and move you in the direction of releasing these blocks so that you can start to step into the most wealthy version of yourself. Thank you, and I will catch you on the next episode. If you like what you heard, stop, drop, and leave a 5-star review and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And as always, sharing is caring, so snap a pic and share this episode with another super expander.